Okay, fuckers and fuckettes, today what we're doing, we're changing out these little jets in a set of carbs. Now, normally, you know, you go to the cycle shop, and them bastards are gonna rob your ass. They gonna nail you for $300 or $400, and these are $5 a pack. And I've already looked at this other set of jets that's laying here. They're both number 135s, which is about a stage 2 jet. But this other set, yeah, that long throw, that's not going to atomize the fuel as well, so we're going to stay right here with the little shorties. And this shit is so damn simple. It was $5 and change for a set of 5 jets. And I don't know what your local cycle shop is willing to charge you, but I'd be willing to bet you they'll charge you a couple $100 to put them in. Boom, I'm done. That one's in. I've already loosened these up before I started this damn camera. And yes, sometimes you gotta bust them loose with pliers. This was not one of those times. I had these carbs soaking in carb cleaner for, I don't know, 4 or 5 days. And you know, this is just such a hard job. I mean, everybody tells me that it's so fucking hard to change your jets. You know what? It ain't hard at all. This is one of the simplest damn things in the world. I'm almost done. I've already changed the slides in these carbs. I've already gone through everything. Stock, this thing had 125s in it. We're going to 135s because this bike is getting a set of Accel coils. We're not doing it because of a custom exhaust. Whenever you go to Accel coils, go a little bit richer on your jets. You're going to need it. Don't worry about it, because them coils will light it up so good that you ain't gonna melt no holes in the top of your pistons. You're gonna have a nice big, nice Bunsen blue flame going in there. Boom. I've done changed a set of main jets, and I didn't go to no damn dealer and pay, you know, $300, $400, $500, $600 to have the fucking carbs rejiggered. Now, I gotta grab a toothbrush real quick. I'll be right back. Okay, I don't have a toothbrush today. Helmet kid must have done walked off with that shit. I have 2 carburetors worth of parts in here. And this is just normal, everyday race gas. They've been soaking in here for about a week, so they're most of the way clean. I'm gonna wet the edge of my shop rag. Hey Marie, come here and aim this camera. Lay this up here. I'm going to do the same with these floats. I'm going to give them a quick wipey, make sure that everything's good. I'm going to lay them up in order. Not really in order, because there is no order at the moment. Now you see this one's got a ding in it, so I'm just automatically going to set this one over here to where I don't grab that fucker again. It's supposed to be on what I'm doing. got these. Good set. This is a really good set, but it's a little bit dark. That stuff is not on the inside, it's just on the outside. It's not varnished or nothing, so we're good with that one. This one's got a little greeny going on. And out of the rest of them, I see I got one that's floating uneven. Okay, that goes in the shit pile. These two are good. So out of 8 floats, I had 2 that are unacceptable to me. I'm going to wipe these bowls out. Now, these are the same bowls I showed you in that video the other day that had all that nasty varnish shit in them. I asked a buddy of mine to check and see what that was. And it turned out to be some fucking Chinese off-brand fuel stabilizer that had turned to powder. It dried out with the gasoline. Anyway, there's another bowl ready. Now the reason I keep these bowls in gas like this is so that if I'd have put these in carb cleaner, I would not be reusing these bowl gaskets. They would not have survived. That bowl is ugly. It's got pits in it. That son of a bitch goes over here to the shit pile. Another one for the shit pile. Yeah, this one's 50-50. We're going to set it there. Slosh them around. Don't be afraid if we get a little bit of gasoline on your lap. Big fucking deal, you know? Now, there we go. That one, that's another borderline one. We're going to see what these other 2 look like, and we're going to take the best ones off the pile. This one's nice and broke loose, and that will come clean. Looks like you have a little rust on this tank. I'm going to put that in the shit pile. I just don't like the way it looks. Shit in the bottom, but there's a better one here. I'll take this one back out of the shit pile, and this is the prettier of these 2, because this one's still got some of that nasty shit. Okay, so there we go. Now we got 4 bowls ready. We don't put our bowls on yet. The next step, we've already got our floats sitting up there, and they all float about the same, so we're not worried about that. We got enough screws for these things. We can put 100 of them together, but now we take our needles and you look at your needle. If there's even a bend in that point like that one's got, set it off to the side. That's your float needle, and you don't want your fucking gas leaking out now at $5 a gallon. Of course, as soon as the government quits pissing off all these camel jockeys, we might get cheaper gas again, but I doubt that's ever going to happen. They're out pissing camel jockeys off for the rest of the time. Alright, there's a nice one. Got a good point to it. Keep that one. I'm just going to set them in this bowl right here. Slide that away for a minute. these springs out of here for a minute. Damn. That's some shit right there. Alright, that's just a bunch of screws. Float bowl pins, it don't matter. As long as them suckers ain't bowed, as long as they ain't got no burrs sticking out of them, hey, take your shop rag and wipe them fuckers off before you put them in. That's all you gotta do. I got 2 sets of carburetors worth of parts in here, so that's why everything's taking me a minute here. See, like this here is a needle that I didn't use when I was putting this shit together, because it's got that little crease right in there, and that was probably out of one of them slides that was rusted all the way to the carb. But just that little crease in there, you want your needles smooth every damn time. Don't waste your time with crappy needles. And, hey, motorcycles are supposed to be fun, not fucking broke down on the side of the road. Alright, there's a good pin. There's a good float needle right there. No warps to it. Nice and straight, nice and clean. It goes in this bowl. And by the way, whenever y'all go to clean these in carb cleaner, make sure that you take all your rubber parts out before you do it. And that little bit that I've got on those stands for the jets, I'll take that out in a while. I got a toothbrush to do that. I think Helmet Kid walked off with it, but I got one in my bathroom that I could give up real quick because it's about 3 months old anyway. It's 3 jets, 3 needles, I'm sorry. And there's another pin for the float. Set these into a rag so I can pick them up easy instead of having to pick them up off the ground. I just pick up the corners of that rag. Set that right there for a minute. That's a crack. I should have got a different one of these damn buckets, but. And this is like the 4th time I've filled this bucket, you know, because gas evaporates and shit. But, especially when you stir it up every now and then, you're trying to wash this shit off good. Oh hell, I went through all that and that ain't even a needle, it's a fucking screw. What do we got here? Another screw. Another screw. Hey, wait a minute, I can just look on this side here and see what the hell I'm grabbing. How's that? I like that shit. And you see, when you do this shit, there's another float pin. That one's in good shape. There is 2 in here that are really pitted, and that's from the other day when I pulled these carbs. The 2 carbs that were rusted out, they're just plain nasty and need to be shot, pissed on, and thrown away. I've got another one of these. Give me a second. I'll be filming my ass. No, I don't. That's really odd. 1, 2, 3. Alright, I'm going to show y'all how to do this anyway. I'm going to get him a new needle. I got a buddy that lives right around the corner who's probably got a set. Anyway, don't worry about the dusty on these. That's just from this gas. And like I told you before, that gas is nasty. The reason that gas is nasty is because all this shit was coated with varnish, and I could have probably sprayed that with some spray curb cleaner, but I mean, that is, you cannot even see through that gas. It's that bad. And this is like I don't know, I went through a little, looks like a 3 or 4 gallon can the dude brought over, and it's wrecked. This is the last of that gas. It's wrecked all of it. I guess I'm gonna have to anyway, take that right there. Wait a minute, I kept the bad one in my hand. No, I didn't, it's right there. Take that right there. There's a little ear there. And you take that wire, work it around that ear. It should hang like that. Now, come here.
I can't see what you're doing because of the sun.
Come here. Take your needle, have it ready. Take your float needle. Kind of lift it up with anything you got handy there. And you push it through. Do that again. Show you how fucking easy this shit is. See, that one dusted up too nasty. That's going in the shit pile. I'll show you why too. See that right there? That'll break loose. That'll make the dude's shit smell like varnish. And here in Florida, it don't matter because we ain't got no EPA inspection or no bullshit like that. Thank God. Mine would never pass. Well, it passes everything but a quart of oil. Alright, now back in. It's that easy. Boom, that's done. It's kind of crappy. This one looks a lot better. We're going to use this one. Like I say, I'm going to do that 4th one. I got a buddy of mine who lives around the corner that's probably got 7 needles. If not, I got an old ninja I can rip one out of. Just got a new needle. Boom, shoot that puppy in there. I'm done right there. Now, another pin in. I've got my bowls already picked out. They're here. All I have to do, go like that right there. We'll take, now these bowls are not like Honda. Kawasaki doesn't reface their bowls for each direction or do anything that would make any sense. I can grab every bowl here and they're all the fucking same direction. Pain in the ass. Honda and everybody else, you got 2 facing out, you got 2 facing out. Kawasaki, you're all facing one goddamn direction because either Kawasaki or Kehin, who made the Carbs, doesn't like your fucking ass. And they want to make it a pain in the ass to drain your bowls when it's time to shut it down for the winter. Check your screw tips, make sure that they, you know, like that one right there, that ain't passing. That's a shit one. Goes in the shit pile. See, that's nice and purty. I can mess with that. I ain't worried about it, and the next time somebody goes to pull these apart, the fucker's coming apart. That's a good thing. Now, I've already done it in other videos, showed you how to work the top of these carbs. I've showed you on Mikunis, but these Kehin CVKs ain't much damn different. Make sure you got a good screwdriver. Don't have the right screwdriver tip, don't fucking do it. Don't even break into these. That's where a lot of guys mess up. They'll mess up all these tips on these screws, and the next guy going in there has to dig them out with pliers. And that's a pain in the ass. Don't do that shit. There you go, fuckers and fuckettes. That is one carburetor already done. That one's ready to get bolted back on the damn bike. Just in case you stupid and couldn't figure out how to put 4 screws on a goddamn carburetor bowl and you're still watching this shit, here we go. Put in 1 screw just to hold it. Another screw in crossways. Scratch your nuts a little bit. Get that piece of hair out your eye. That spot on your leg where you done spilled gas on it, hey, you know, don't fucking scratch it. It's like a motherfucker in a while if you do. Just suffer through it. Man up. Alright. If you do get gas on your nuts, take a shower when you're done, because your old lady ain't giving you no head job if you don't. Alright, there you go. And boom, that shit is done. However, my choice for this is over here on this last bowl. I don't know why everybody else picks over here. It's 50-50. There's some guys that like one side, some guys that like the other. All them screw heads look good. They tore up. I might have cheated and had them ready, but we ain't going to admit to it. Boom. Now all I got to do is go back, snug these up. And don't be cranking on them. You ain't got to crank on them. They're going to seat. They got them little lock nuts in there. Just make sure that they're good and snug. Once them lock nuts hit, turn them about, yeah, maybe an eighth or a quarter of a turn. That's about it. Don't be sitting there John Wayneing them. John Wayne don't live here. Alright, like I say, I'm going to have to do that last carb because I'm going to have to get another float needle there. But, there you go, fuckers and fuckettes. That's how hard it is to put in a goddamn set of jets. Now, Next time you sitting there at the bar telling somebody how hard this is, remember, I can look you dead in the eye and tell you bullshit motherfucker. You a lazy son of a bitch. That's all that is. Holler at y'all later. It's this button here.